Yes, there are other drinks than room temperature water that are beneficial for singers. I'll give you 5 of the best ones right now so that they can start benefiting your voice. Welcome to Singgeek. Hello, singing geeks. My name is Ronja Peterson, and I'm here to geek out on your voice. So many of you already know that room temperature water is one of the best drinks that you can consume for your voice because it is hydrating, it has a neutral pH level so it doesn't cause acid reflux, there's no fizz so you won't be burping on stage, and it is not cold so it won't cool down your muscles. So room temperature water is an overall winner for your voice, but is it really true that there's nothing else you can drink? No, there are other drinks that have similar benefits to room temperature water, but are a little bit more interesting for your taste buds. And actually, these drinks have some added benefits for your vocal health, so you're definitely going to want to check them out. I think we should just get to it. Here's beneficial drink number 1. Unsweetened coconut water. Unsweetened coconut water has great hydrating properties for your voice. It is so that each of your 2 vocal folds are made up of 3 layers. The most outer layer, which is the vocal mucosa, the middle layer, which is your vocal ligament, and the most inner layer, which is your thyroarytenoid muscle. This most outer layer, the vocal mucosa, it is a mucous membrane, and it needs to be slippery and wet for your vocal folds to vibrate freely together. You might have felt this membrane being dehydrated if you, for example, your voice felt sticky or you couldn't quite get your riffs and runs right. That's where you need to be hydrated. Now, you can do some hydration by inhaling steam, but if you really want to get your vocal mucosa hydrated, which you do, you have to get hydrated from within. So your whole body has to be hydrated. Not only is unsweetened coconut water so great because it hydrates you from within as it is a liquid, but it also contains potassium electrolytes. Now, electrolytes are so great because they help your cells take in the right amount of water and get a good water level for you to be optimally hydrated. That's pretty cool. Beneficial drink number 2. Herbal teas without caffeine or citrus. Herbal teas without caffeine or citrus are great because they give you lots of hydration from within, but they also give your vocal mucosa some of that outside hydration as you naturally inhale steam when you consume these drinks. Some of the drinks that I recommend are peppermint, chamomile, marshmallow, slippery elm, licorice, fennel, or papaya. These teas have many benefits on top of the hydrating powers. For an example, marshmallow has for a long time been used as a remedy against a sore and swollen throat. Something that's quite relevant for us singers, right? Especially now when we're going towards the winter season. That's a good remedy for us. My favorite tea at the moment is black licorice with mint. I'm Danish, so I love black licorice tea. But just be aware when you buy your tea to check out the label that it is pure herbal tea. Unfortunately, I got food the other day. I bought black tea with licorice aroma. I didn't notice until I got home. And as you probably already know, black tea has quite a bit of caffeine. And that's what we're trying to avoid as singers because caffeine pulls water out of your cells and so it doesn't really hydrate you as much. So just check the label before you buy your tea. Beneficial drink number 3. Low sugar plant-based milks. Low sugar plant-based milks such as soy, almond, or coconut milk are okay for singers to drink as well. So in my previous video, 5 bad drinks for singers, I told you guys that for quite a few singers, it's quite hard to consume cow's milk, especially like the hours within their singing, because it makes them feel like they have a lot of mucus in the throat and that can make it kind of hard to control your voice. And this is where these plant-based milks that are low in sugar are really great. What I like to do sometimes is heat up some almond milk with some raw cocoa powder to make hot cocoa. And this way I get something that's a little bit more interesting and enjoyable to drink, but I won't have to compromise on my vocal health. So low sugar plant-based drinks are a great choice. Beneficial drink number 4. Low sugar and low acid juices. Low sugar and low acid juices such as carrot, low sugar watermelon, cucumber, beet, spinach, aloe vera, and cabbage juice are great hydration choices that also offer up some vitamins that boost your vocal health. Now, I should probably get a little bit into this low sugar. So the reason that it's good that these drinks have low sugar is because sugar is known to pull water out of your cells. So even though you take all of this water in, it won't really stick to your cells. Like, you won't really get the hydration benefits. So you might have noticed before that when you drink something that's quite sugary, you have to pee right after. And that's simply just because the water just runs straight through your body. So that's why we want to avoid sugary drinks. Other than having great taste, the juices that I've just mentioned, they also have vocal ligament strengthened properties, which is that middle layer in your vocal folds. It is so that when you're singing, especially after like a long rehearsal or a gig, your vocal ligaments, they have been stretched many times to make different pitches. And nutrition such as vitamin C, which is found in carrots and watermelon juice, it helps your vocal ligaments restitute and stay at their best. Spinach juice is high in the compound called manganese, which also has ligament restituting benefits. And cabbage juice, it contains sulfur, which strengthens your vocal ligaments as well. So you can see here that all these juices with these vitamins, they're quite great for that middle layer in your vocal folds. We have made it to the last drink of the list, but that does definitely not make it the least. The fifth drink is low sodium bone broth. Low sodium bone broth has recently become known for its many health benefits. Not only does it hydrate you, but it also has nutrients that strengthens your vocal ligaments. These nutrients can become a little geeky, but two of them are called proline and glutamine. And they both have to do with the collagen in your vocal ligaments. They help both with the elasticity of your vocal ligaments, and they also help with ligament repair. So here you can see this really is a great drink to restitute after a long rehearsal or a long gig or even just a long practice where you really have been hitting all those high notes. Now, this is the newest drink that have been added to my list of great drinks. And I really like it because it is a little bit more hearty than some of the juices and the teas. It almost feels like I'm drinking a hot soup. Now, if you have experience with bone broth, maybe you've made it yourself or you know a good brand that you like, then please share it with us in the comments below. I'd really love to hear more about it. So those were 5 of the best drinks for singers other than room temperature water. I don't recommend that you completely cut room temperature water out of your diet. It's still really great for you to hydrate, especially, for example, in between songs at a performance when you want something neutral to drink. But as you also see, these other drinks, they have a lot of great benefits, so you should definitely add them to your singer's diet. Before I go, I wanted to tell all you singing geeks how much I enjoy creating content for you here on my channel. I have been absent for a while and I have missed you guys, but I have no intention of stopping this adventure with you. As a matter of fact, I am in the middle of creating a Singgeek membership site. Several of you have texted me or emailed me saying that you want more in-depth courses, specific content, and I hope to give that to you at this membership site. But I would like even more input from you guys on what you want in a site like this. If you could just imagine anything, what would be on a membership website for you? So if it is a Q&A or specific courses, maybe a forum where you can talk to each other, become friends, sing together, imagine anything that you want and let me know in the comments below and I'll do my best to incorporate it in the site little by little. Now, all there's left to say is thank you for geeking out with me again this time. And I will see you next time, where we're going to continue to geek out on your voice to create the sound that you want. So tasty.